Good morning, Swedish Terapeut here. It might not be morning your time, but it's morning my time. And we're going to do a little bit of a kitchen workout, so Shok's training. So why are we doing a kitchen workout? It's because of Dr. Ronkin Chatterjee. So just bear with me a little bit. I want to show you his website if you don't know how to get there or spell his name. So, wait just a second. Okay, this part doesn't take long, but it's really important. So just stick with me for a second. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm looking at. And this is Dr. Ronkin Chatterjee's website. You can go and purchase his book, Feel Better in 5. It's just now available in the United States. And you can download a free chart. So any teacher out there, if you want to download this for your students, or if you'd like to download this for your family, go for it. This is free. This is a free chart, and it's just a really nice way of taking care of your body and charting your success. So that's Dr. Ronkin Chatterjee. And today's gummiband pass, which is a kitchen workout, part of it comes from him and Gary Ward, which is called foot clocks. So let's get started. So I could go on, blah, 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 blah. So here we go with, I'm trying to do this without Swedish, skjutepilbågen, shooting an arrow. So stand here, arms out beside, and this is nice and even. Yep. So the arms are forward in front of you, and we're going to take this hand and drag it back, and we're going to push this arm forward. So we push here, we pull here. Do you see that? So make sure your shoulders are down. So this is all about awareness, please. Both feet are side by side. Push forward, pull back. Now, with the same arm, elbow that is backwards, step backwards. So both hips, if you can be forward, but then let that back hip a little bit turn. Nice. Hold that there. So we're holding. And you say, okay, Alyssa, why are we holding? This is the push-pull for the collagen, so our fibroblasts can figure out what they need to lay down. We have one push, we have one pulling. Now, let's get a little bit of lubrication in the shoulder joint. So your elbow does small circles. Yeah, I know. I think that I can feel it too. Good. Yeah. Just know you're alive. Breathe in. Now let it go. Slow. So both feet come side by side again. And we're going to do this again. So both arms here in front. Drag that left one backwards, or whichever one you've decided. Push the other hand forward. Do you see where my wrist is? I have full flexion there. Extension, flexion. My wrist is bent. Bring the elbow back. Okay, so can you feel it in your neck? Yeah, I can too. Just a little bit, turn your head and look at your elbow. Now, do small circles with your elbow. One hand is pushing forward, the other hand is pulling back. And this is not easy. So don't pay attention so much to my neck. My neck's always been a little messed up. Dr. Sarah Sutton tried to help me with that, and she did a great job. It's just, I don't have that kind of care here anymore. It's not a complaint. It's just the way things are. Okay. She was an awesome osteopath. She still is. She just doesn't practice any longer. She practiced until she was 86. No. Beautiful woman. So now we've switched sides, and we're going to do the same thing. Pull this arm, elbow back, Push that hand forward. Now, this elbow that's back, take that foot and step backwards. So your hips are nice and even. The headlights are forward. Now just turn them a little bit. We say headlights are your hips. They're just a little bit of a turn. So now the headlights would be pointing towards the screen. So here, start rotating that elbow. Make sure your your shoulders are down. So now we're getting a little bit of, in Swedish we call it Svenska, which is fluid, but we're lubricating that joint. Really important. So we're pushing forward, pulling back. And let it go. This is not so much about burning calories. This is about building up our stamina and our resilience, building up our adaptability so we can withstand like weather changes, like a hurricane coming in. We're going to be flexible. We don't break. So now pull back, and at the same time step backwards. So we push forward, pull back. Push forward, pull back, shoulders down, hold that there. Now we're going to look to your elbow, slow and easy, little rotations. It's not so much what my neck is doing. I'm just looking back at the elbow as much as I can. My neck is not an example of how things should move, but I do what I can. Nice. Okay, so the gummiband, maybe you guys don't have it yet, but please go get it. And there is a video about how you can order that from SueHitzmansMeltMethod.com, or you can go to your local physical therapist and get one that's about 2 meters, 2.5, and it says tall as your hand is to your foot. It's a perfect length. Let's do something else. In case you don't have your gummiband, let's do something else. Wait just a second. I'll reset the camera. So now you get to see all of my kitchen. Well, most of my kitchen. So that's my husband's spices. Oh, yes, yes, yes. He's got to have his spices. So I'm going to use the kitchen table leg. If you don't have anything like this, don't worry about it. You actually don't need it. So you don't have to do this with your gummiband. It does feel a little bit more because we're adding a nice little resistance. But here I have taken the gummiband and I've put it right where my pocket ends. So my pocket is here and my gummiband is there. Now I'm going to step out a little bit. So ideally, you can do the same thing here too. Have something you can hang on to. So this comes from Gary Ward, the foot clocar. So this leg goes out. So we take it out. So this is something to hang on to. Use a chair if you don't have a kitchen table. Now that we've gone out with our foot clock till 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, now we're going to step backwards. Now here's the important part. Now when you step backwards, I want you to see where my toes are. And I see that I have to move the camera angle. Oy. All the things that happen. Camera angle. Sorry, technical difficulties. I'm a one-man show, one-woman show. So bra. So now we are here. We've just done these foot clocks. Now, yep. So it's not this, it's this. And then you do a little, we say kunglig bugning, which is a little curtsy. Yep. A little curtsy. So notice where my toes go. Again, it's not here, it's this. And then there's a slight little bend, and then back to side by side. So here, and we're going to call this neutral. We always have to find neutral. That's what the body likes. It doesn't often find it in our daily world. So give your body a little break and find neutral, just for a second or two. So kunglig bugning. Kunglig bugning, that's a kingly curtsy. Kunglig bugning. Or bow. I'm sure there's a Swede out there saying, that's not how you pronounce it, Alyssa. Yeah, I know. So now combine them. So go out and back, out and back, out and back, out and back. So again, this comes from Dr. Rankin Chatterjee's Foot Clocks with Gary Ward. Gary Ward wrote a great book, What the Foot? And if you're interested in reading it, I tell you, I think that you'll learn a lot. Okay, we are done on this side. Very nice job. So, just pay attention and kind of evaluate how you're feeling, because one side has done work, but you stood on this side. So, this was an exercise for both hips, not just the one that was working. So I'm going to reset the camera so you can see my other side. Okay, so hopefully you've just turned yourself around. I had to reset the camera. And now I'm going to step into my gummiband. And again, I just cross it over here lightly. I hold it with my hand, and where my pocket ends, that's where the gummiband is. Step out just a little bit. Now that's just a nice, we say in Sweden, lagom. It's a good little resistance. Lagom is Goldilocks. So now this leg will go out. Yeah. So we go out, out, out. Yep, nice. So now you can get a look around in my kitchen. So the orange came with the kitchen. What a great color. I mean, it's just a perfect color. And slow and easy, one more. Now we're going to bring this leg back behind for kunglig bugning. So when you do that, remember those toes are down. It's not that. It's this. So important, please. And then stand and find neutral. Kunglig bugning. Stand and find neutral. So originally the orange was along with green. I mean, it was so 50s. And I still have the curtains and the shades that came with the house. Awesome. I think the house was built 48, 52. So I went to a dissection class with Julian Baker in the United Kingdom for 5 days, and I came home and everything was blue instead of green, and I fell in love with it. Well, I like blue. Okay, so now we combine them. So nice. There, kunglig bugning, out, kunglig bugning, out, kunglig bugning. I can see that by the angle of my camera, you can't really see my foot behind, but it does go. It goes behind me kind of where you'd have a 7 o'clock or a 5 o'clock. So, yeah, just on the other side of 6. That's the best. So this is foot clocks, remember. Gary Ward made this one up. Awesome! Whew. Oh, it's a variation of what he made up, because I don't have a stick to do this with you guys. Bro, out. And let's do one more. I can feel it. Nice. Okay. So again, gummiband pass and Shoks training shouldn't take very long. It's about 10, 12 minutes, maybe 15. Now you're going to have some fun for the rest of the day. And it was really cool to have you here. So thank you. Tack så mycket för att komma. Hej då!